Hello, hello, beautiful people. We're back here, letting everybody come in, just have some music on. This is day 2 of our Healer Brand workshop, and we're going to be talking about structuring our content, which once we get down pat, I'm going to ask everybody to mute their microphones while I give you class. Hi, Katie. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and start muting people. Oops, I unmuted you. Thank you. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Hello. One big kisses to you, all my healers. Oh, too many crystals around me. How are you? Welcome to this day of my workshop, of my free Healer Brand workshop. And we're going to be talking about structuring your content. And then I'm going to be telling you about my upcoming Birth Your Soul Base container that I am birthing myself. And then we're going to do some major sacral chakra clearing. So welcome. Have your pen and paper ready. If you need to go get your water, your crystals, because I am already activating. I already asked the mineral kingdom to start activating those sacral chakra crystals for you. I already did a crystal ray command in a way to work with your crystals. So have them near you. Still letting other people in. Start doing the sharing my screen. Welcome. And I just want to let you know that you are also all entered for a free Soulbiz coaching session and a selenite with the dicomio on it. Since it wasn't I just took a picture of that and then said you have whoever engages the most during the workshop, whether it's shares or likes or comments or supporting other people as they go. I'm going to be counting them at the end of the workshop, and that person, whoever wins with the shares and the likes and gets the free 2-hour Soulbiz coaching session with me, and we're going to go deep dive into your brand and whatever part of your brand or your business that you want to go into. I managed to get this weird water bottle that makes me suck on it. Okay, here we go. Present. When it wants to. All right. Present. Again. Here we go. Yes. Yay. So any feedback, I want you to also introduce yourself on the Facebook group, and any feedback, any big takeaways that you have from day one, let me know, let us know, share with us. You're in a safe space of creation that I created for us. So feel free to go ahead and express yourself. This is about as safe of a place as you can find. All right. So this is me for those of have not worked with me yet. I am a Mr. Soul Sister first. I'm a Mystic Circle leader. I'm a certified crystal healer. I am a shamanic energy healer, registered world metaphysics practitioner. I'm also Usui, crystal and shamanic Reiki master teacher. That's my main bulk of the Soulfire school. I'm also a rebirthing breathwork practitioner, which I started, that was how I started in this whole alternative medicine. It was how I started healing myself with breath work, conscious breath work when I was 19. I had a really bad fall and I just really smashed my ankle to pieces. I'm still working with it. I don't walk right. I definitely have a shamanic initiation with that ankle as well. I'm also a Course in Miracles mentor. I've been mindset work with it for the past 16 years. I've also led 3-year-long course study groups as well. And that's something that I also offer here and there. I'm an Arawak Red Road crystal medicine woman. What that means is I'm from Borinquen, from the island of Puerto Rico, and I am following my red road, my way into the native traditional practices with a local shaman, Arawak shaman. They do not like to call themselves Taino because Taino in Arawak means the good ones, and it comes up with a lot of issues of colony, colonization, death, giving up power, so many things. So a lot of them, they're working with how they call themselves, how we call ourselves. My family is from Spain and Corsica, so that's different. I was born in Puerto Rico, so that's where I started when I started my Lakota Red Road shamanic training. That's when I realized I really had to go back to where I was born and work with that symbology, that whole cosmology and all that stuff. So I'm also a certified business coach as well. The last 2 years I've been training a lot on that specifically. I have been a content strategist, senior creative for Fortune 500 companies in magazines and cultural institutions, had my own advertising, a small advertising firm, and then I had an editorial firm for the past 12 years. I've been on my own, just building those kind of services. But for the past 26 years, I've just been working on being a senior creative, a lead for creative teams. Mostly for the Hispanic world, bilingual world. This is me then before I was always spiritually awake. I was trying to figure out where all my psychic gifts and perception came from since when I was very young. It's always been there, but my reawakening came in after failed narcissistic empath survival stories that then kept going on. And yesterday I told you about what happened in that picture, but there's plenty other ones that came before that of just wrong, I guess it just had denial of childhood trauma, and then would go in extremely empathic, would have no boundaries at all, would try to just run from my own power, which is growing the more information. I'm also very a bookworm and a researcher, and I started as a journalist. So so I'm always gathering information, but the way I felt about myself was keeping this facade, and then just inside I was just completely overworked, exhausted, love addicted. Love addiction has been my biggest teacher. It still is. It's been a while since I've been, like people ask me, why are you single? It's like, I had too much trauma there. So, so it's been a while, and that is coming back, and it feels good this time because I've tried so many times and thinking that I had it under wraps, but I really had to come to terms with my own power, my own sexual power, my own presence, which is so much. The power is in my womb, in my sexuality, in my extra curves, in my extra hair, and the whole thing, big ass, big tits, big hair, the whole thing. I felt it attractive. I could not deal with it. It was just like disempowerment to the max. And I would choose people that as partners that would disempower me to the max until shit hit the fan. Before that, I had somebody. Hi, Dal. I don't know if I can sit here and tell you about my exes, but we're gonna be here for a long time. Hi, Kari. Hola. Mwah, hello. So this is me before before awakening, but also before deciding for myself, and for then creating my own business and going, getting out of also not just ex-boyfriends, that do not fit with me as well, and that I would give them all my power, but jobs that I would give myself completely to. So overworked, exhausted, love addicted, low self-esteem. That was me. Denial of childhood trauma. Nothing's happening here. Narcissistic abuse to the max. I mean, I have 3 older brothers, and 2 of them definitely hit the mark in terms of narcissistic borderline personality disorder. I'm also, one thing that's happening now in this stage, I'm almost about to hit 50, is that I am starting to a therapist. So I'm starting to study transpersonal psychology. So that's happening now. Because of all the different trauma, relational trauma that I have, that has been my story. I deeply dislike myself. I don't anymore. This is me now. I am living in my dream place in Colorado. Colorado had been calling me. It was the image of this shaman swinging something in the Red Rocks. And it has been there for like almost 20 years. I've been here 4 years. But it seems like life is now getting me to go back home. And I'm still in shock, but many good things are happening in terms of heart. Coming back home, coming back into the things that no longer matter in terms of childhood trauma, and actually rebuild everything that crumbled back home. So that's another story that I'll tell you about later. But I've definitely been on my own, have my own business for the next almost 13 years. I have definitely worked on healing my mother wound, my father wound. You do a lot of that doing rebirthing breath work, worked with my witch wounds, which was one of the things that's got me out of Puerto Rico, because I'm nothing like what is there. That brings in a lot of rubbing in with traditions. I'm a single mother, and I actually have managed to have a really good relationship with my co-parent as well. And just reestablished myself several places. And I have now become a global healer mentor as well here in Colorado. So day 2, here's where we're talking. Let me check it in the chat just to check what's going on. Hey, beautiful. Yes, the replay is going to be there for you guys. So if you need to go, don't worry about it. What is content creation? Hey, it's like this guy. Hey, check him out. He's taking pictures. You're like, that's, not yet there. That's what you are doing. It is the process of generating all these ideas that you have about yourself, and they appeal to your niche and to the buyer persona, the type of people, your niche basically, and creating written and visual content around those ideas that you share with them, as well as informing them of the offers that you have. It's content creation, but it's also matches to your brand directive, which means what your business strategy is doing at the moment. Are you selling? Are you inspiring? Are you educating? What are you doing at the moment? What's the purpose of this, communication, right? Because everything needs a purpose. What we're doing with the branding is just giving it a place to be that feels good for the people who we're speaking to. And there are several components to content creation for everybody who's building a brand in the advertising industry. There's your content pillars, which are the 3 to 4 topics that your brand is always talking about. It's your expertise. And for big brands like Nike, one of them is athletics, and people who have gone beyond because of their brand strategy. Everything is like, just do it, and about people that go beyond what you could think that normal people would go beyond. Then part of their content pillars is interviewing and talking about those people that go beyond. So celebrity client recognition. So one of their pillars is community. Like a community or like a celebrity, or like interview. Like a VIP. What they call those is like VIP posts. Like very important person that you're gonna be concentrating yourself is. So your content pillars is your structure. That has to go first, and I'm going to give you a couple of questions that you can journal so you can start choosing those. But it's like not more than 5 topics that you always talk about, and you cycle every week Every month, every week, you're always cycling them. And you're matching each one of those content pillars to your brand directive, which is, what are we doing with this post? Are we selling? Are we telling them to go sign up for our newsletter? Are we telling them, the CTA, the call to action, which is, web designers always ask, and any art director would tell you what's the call to action, because that determines how you're going to speak about it and how to get them to do the thing that you want them to do. So it is an art of persuasion that you also have to think about when you structure your content. Your audience, who are they, and why are you speaking to them? Why do they have to stop their scrolling to listen to what you have to say? Knowing your audience is key for us, and for also building that trust as well. Your brand directive, which I talked about before, for each post. What is it? Is it a sales, educational, inspiration? Do you just want to shock and awe and get people's attention? Do you want to also build the, like maybe if you're launching something, do you want to build? Yes, Katie, I could structure the post to my inner seasons with the topics and the directives. Yes, if that really feels, whatever really feels like in your bone, your body is your best way to know if something is for you. It's the way that it feels in your body when you think about it. Think about things that you're going to be talking about, that you can talk about forever, and you're not going to tire out. Because of course, I tried doing, I lasted like 3 months. I was doing Mercedes-Benz social media. I could give a fuck about it. The cars, they're beautiful, but I just don't, the whole car scene, I'm not for it. So by the end, and especially after doing, being an editorial services firm and like going, money, the way I was before, which is very corporate, and like whoever comes to me, I'll take them. And even if they're not aligned, I just cannot be a content mill for something that is not for me. So I would just, those type of brands, cars, or, even the TV, I don't really watch that much TV. And I was doing, for Xfinity, the social media for the US Hispanic, for like 2 years. And I was like, yeah, I love content, but I could care less. I was doing it for the money, and it didn't work out. All of those brands and clients that I've had to take on that I can't really, write about, it just fizzles away, and I have to say no, and then I have to find somebody else, and it creates a financial breakdown every time I have to let go of that client, which was not aligned. Yeah, that was a side bit, but definitely pick something that you want to write about, or you won't last. And I'm saying that from somebody who can write about anything, but from the heart. What can you speak about that you continue to find amazing? Like crystals, for me, the more I dig about crystal healing and geology and everything that is around crystals and the mystery, I love it. So do I love energy healing as well. But I also love like women empowering themselves and, forging ahead, and, successes for women. So here I am merging all these things. And I then it's a carousel kind of, or you can do it every week. You concentrate on one topic, or then just like every day, every other day, concentrate on different content pillars. So you're always kind of doing a carousel of content, and that creates trust. It creates like more of a physical and very tangible place to be for people who are drawn to those topics as well, like you. Your medium, you need to consider where your message is being received. That means radio, print, web, social media. There's differences to it. Understanding your medium is part of the creation as well. Your scheduling, you need to get into some kind of flow of content creation, or it's not gonna happen. You need to train yourself to get into that content creation. So pick one day out of your week to create, And then another day to be like CEO admin person to like do the scheduling and schedule them in to Facebook creator. And I would say stick to the platform that you feel good in at first, when you feel like you got a flow with it and it's constant. Every week, at least you're publishing 3. Thought of not sharing other people's stuff. This is like you, your business, and you're steering people into your offerings. That's what you're doing. It's a funnel. And meaning that's why the whole, funnels was named that way, because it's how the advertising industry thought about, getting people into their offers, deeper into their offers to buy more and trust. So having a creative bank, that means a journal with like a whole bunch of ideas, anything that you find stuck, stick it on that paper. Idea jars, like some people have jars, a big, or just like a box where you put in, like snips and pieces. If you want to do it digital, definitely do a Pinterest mood board, like I said before, and just gather. I would also go shop, like Google image shopping for things that I wanted, and when I would put them in a file. I would actually do that when I didn't have any money at all to buy things, to feel like, oh, I got this. Okay. It was like energy. It was like grabbing the things that I wanted. And it was mostly a lot of beautiful goddess paintings or things like that, or like, pictures of beautiful crystals. And I would put them in a file as well. Hey, Summer. Your niche, who are you speaking to? You need to understand who your people are. And they are the ones, your niche, understanding your niche. What a niche is basically a group of people that is going through the same thing at the same time as well. And they're the way, when you niche down, they're the way to become the experts in your field. You really have to start small and then just start building. Hey, beautiful. I'm just going to ask everybody to mute while I give the class. So you pick a niche that encompasses all of who you are and the experience that you have. I was trying to do just regular people. I don't necessarily connect to regular people, but I do connect to women who are building businesses, because I do that a lot. And I understood that I wasn't for everybody, but I was definitely very powerful for women who especially were trying to jump out of corporate and doing their dreams and building their dreams as well, because it's exactly what I was doing. So definitely pick a niche that resonates with you, or a past version of yourself, or a future version of yourself that you're definitely actively and decisively working on. I would also research which one is the most profitable. And what I do with niching, and I niche offers. I don't niche myself as well. I do niche the offers, what I'm giving and when I'm giving it, and for the months that I am offering that. I stay with the posts that are about healers, like you've been seeing all those healer brand posts. It's driving into my freebie that then is like also driving into what I'm offering, which is, at this point, I'm talking about healer brands. When I launch the next time is going to be shamanic Reiki in the next 3 months. So I'm going to be talking a lot about shamanic healing and why it's important, and you kind of steering you towards that. So that is the one thing that you need to know about yourself. You do not need to be in a straitjacket niche, but you do need to niche down your offerings so that you offer a very specific solution to a problem, because you're working with niche and you're not already a well-known brand. But if you offer a value and to a specific pain point, to a situation that they're all going through, then you're gold. You've hit it, and your brand, also your word of mouth for us healers, is very important. Your street credit and how you make others feel and how you've helped others, that becomes like gold for us as well. And as a side note, something, if you're just starting out, what you can do is provide people with your sessions and ask in exchange for a video testimonial, because those video testimonials are gold. And you're going to want them all over your site, all over your, your profile, Facebook profile and page, and Instagram, whichever you want. So I hope that you guys are good. I'm just going to keep going because I know that I always try to cram too much content. I'm working on that, but I'd rather give you a lot more information than not. It's just who I am. Brand positioning, values, and personality, which are the three key things of what makes a brand. Positioning is what makes you better. Values is the words that are like who you are. They really ground those values, which runs everything from offerings to the way that people talk to each other, when working with your business. And your personality is all that look and feel and the way that you speak and all those headers and how the emojis, all the things that you use, the elements that you use to embody your brand. These are tips of working with, coming down with your niches. So the mind map, the niches, I would just take a piece of paper and in the middle, in the top, maybe do a circle and then put in your niche. Like maybe it's single mothers who are overworked. And then you start, branching out other circles that you then connect to. And, there's a single mothers who are, are overworked, who can't invest. And then there's the one who can invest. And then maybe from that, start niching down the groups of people, how you would think. And then once you get the niche, you go like, oh, I can definitely serve these people who are going through this situation. Then you poll them, you ask them what they need. And this is you can create a poll on Google or even on your Facebook group as well. They have that. And you ask them questions or do a whole full poll in return for 30 minutes of Reiki or something, or do something in return or simply, the ones that are your clients that love you the most, ask them to fill this out. So make sure that you're talking to them, or simply ask them by DM, what do you think about this? Or would you rather have this or this? Once you have an idea of what you're creating and your solution, poll it. Make sure that you're with the people that need the type of solution and offer that you're offering. Make sure that you're on the same page with them in a way. And polls are like the easiest way to do so as well. And you can make them as fun as you want as well. Quizzes, like creating quizzes, there's a whole free quiz creating softwares and apps online is another way of making the information fun to find out something in the end, but you also find out a lot of information from people that do your quiz. That could be a whole quizzes is another marketing class by itself. What are their pain points? I mean, this is basic in marketing, but we as healers focus in not speaking to their negatives and what's going on, but briefly touching upon them, but we are selling their transformation. So we definitely concentrate on their dreams. What are their dreams? This is in their pain points gives you the idea of your solution, but in their dreams is what's going to make them buy. Okay, so what are their pain points? Go ahead and take a moment to write down whatever comes to mind. What is your niche or your people's, your circle, your tribe's biggest pain points? Go ahead and write down. And what are their biggest dreams? Because these two will tell you their hopes and dreams, and it will give you a north of the offers that are going to sell. Okay. Your customer experience. I want you to refine this constantly, meaning have a friend or other healer friend who gives you feedback of the whole experience. Maybe, somebody who knows who will be honest as well, or simply ask your clients afterwards, have like a little form they fill out, or just ask them right before you get them off the call. How was this for you? I just want to, how is your pain level right now? That's something that, Reiki masters get taught. Like, how is your Reiki, how is your pain level before and after, but also make sure that you understand what they're experiencing through you as well, through the eyes of somebody that you trust. Okay. Your content pillar. The secret sauce is not just finding out the topics that relate to your business, but it's being very clear about the topics that showcase you, the ones you love, and your unique point of view. What's going to sell and what's going to make you stand out is what you want to hide and not show to the world because it's too out there, too unique, too wild. That is exactly what's going to sell for you as a healer, because people want the new thing, even in the spiritual. They want the activation. They want the flavor, the unique, different flavor of you. They really do. And the deeper I go into this, the more I shed my corporate, persona, the more I come back to me, the easier it is just to write and create for this. I mean, of course, and the more I've structured it, the more success I've had. And you can see that, and I could see that in my income, just doubling every year for the past 6 years. It's just been doubling because I've slowly but surely been building all of these things that I have been telling you. I have not hit the 10K mark yet. I definitely have a lot of stuff working on that, working on my money story. It's something that you always have to work when you go into business as an entrepreneur. But I've definitely created a community that I know what I'm speaking about, that I'm known for, expertise. And I do know that at this point I stand out for the right reasons. Because of me and who I am. And because of I have the knowledge. It's not like I'm making it up. I have this knowledge and I love creating with it and, giving value as well, firing people up. So again, it's not just like, okay, so I am a Reiki healer, I'm going to be talking about Reiki. No, yes, we'll be talking about Reiki and its benefits because that's what you offer. But what people want is your story and your unique point of view. So go ahead and share that with them, okay? Make sure that you share that with them. This is our conscious branding is about heart-to-heart connection. And that is why understanding, polling them, speaking to them, understanding their pains and their hopes and dreams is like the biggest research that you could possibly do for your brand. These are three, you build authority, consistency, and trust by establishing these content pillars, especially if they're aligned to you. You just become an expert in that, in whatever you're continually creating about. You ask yourself, I want you to get your pen and paper right now and ask yourself these 3 questions. What does your brand, or you, because it's your alter ego, it's what you offer to the world. What do you want to be known for? Go ahead and put your visions of everything that you know is your perfect. What do you want to be known for? Like, which topics do you want people to be searching for and hit your name? People are Googling something. What are the words that they're Googling, and they're going to see your name pop up first? What are your high value words that say who you are, who you're speaking to? Those words that you know that the search engine is going to love you and pick you for it. And the more unique, the better. Just jot them down. And I want you to also, what 3 subjects do you not get tired talking about? Like, just don't get tired talking about. Those are your pillars. Sorry, I keep moving this guy around. Let me check the chat for a moment. Yes, Katie, I love my unique flavor. Yes, I want to see it. Put it in the group. Oops, I deleted the chat. So if I don't answer for the rest of the workshop, I'm sorry. The chat went away. When I'm sharing, it's hard to get to. What we're doing in social media, it all started with content marketing. The minute the internet came in 2000, this was like the hottest buzz. I was working at Soho, it was called Digital Form, and we did luxury websites like Dolce & Gabbana, Versace, who was my first website that I worked on and project managed and wrote. Look, Gucci. It was a whole bunch of luxury people. And so it was cool, but oh my God, I would come home to throw up at 3 o'clock at night, at night in the morning. Just, it was so stressful. But yeah, definitely that was one of the times when I started to see, like, wait a minute, this is a hamster wheel. Anyway, content marketing is what we do. And here, this is how social media started, how social media plans began. And this is your 5 basic pillars of what we do in content marketing. Your audience, know who they are. You need to connect. Your creation, you need to be open to new ways of expressing what even if you're saying the same message, every 3 months, you need to revise that, meaning it's an ever evolving conversation and creation thing that needs to happen. And to create good content, you need to be able to ideate effectively, draft, edit, and optimize, because it wasn't just like, oh, we created this. It was a constant content marketing. The way it works is you keep on checking how people responded to that content, and then pick the ones that people like the most, and keep rolling with what your audience wants. So it's a continual process of tweaking that creation as well. We would have to go into a website and change the SEO words that were trending as well. We would have to go in and change an image that was not doing well. We would have to go in to websites and change a header that wasn't doing well, or people were not responding well. So we were always testing. So it wasn't just marketing like it was before, like in Mad Men, where they were away from people. It was digital marketing and content marketing, because that's how it all started. It's like a constant conversation with the consumer. Experience. What is your experience? Let them know what you have experienced on. What's your hands-on experience? And it's also your brag posts, and when people have your testimonials, and those build trust. Promotion. You need to promote your offers. You need to let them know what you're offering. It's not like sell, but it's definitely part of the exchange. You're there as somebody who is creating these beautiful experiences and transformational vessels for people. You need to let them know. And how you do that, it needs to, just bridge your connection to spirit, but also be very specific about what you offer. The more specific that you can be, and the more that you can let people understand that you got them and you understand them, the easier it'll be for you to sell without having to do direct sales or outreach. Insight, having insight on your audience, and this would go back into the audience, because this was a loop. It's created as content marketing way, looping content creation. Insight, ask for testimonials, poll them, ask for feedback, perfect your programs as you run them the next time. Your medium is part of your creation. So a lot of us, some people can't, it's really hard for us to get on lives. Other people's just, it's the spoken word that they work through. Other people is written. For me, is so much easier to write, because I've been doing it for so long. It's just like so easy for me to write content. So I concentrate on blog writing and post writing, like impactful posts that get you to the things. And then when I'm in a smaller place like this in the workshop, then I feel more at ease, and I can also, everything is also written and worked out for me. But other people, this would be very overwhelming to set up. This is just how I work. It's just if I have everything visually, then I just need to, I know how to run it. But other people can ask people to come on Zoom, but maybe just everybody on a call without being seen as well. There's different ways of showing up. Other people like to talk a lot. They really don't like to write. I would suggest for those to do podcasts or lives as well. TikToks. Other people like to dance, move. I would definitely say go for the TikToks on that one. So understanding the different mediums that you have for reaching your audience and choosing one that is for you, like, and concentrate on that. Like I concentrate on the written part and on that nice looking post that makes you feel like it's something professional, because it's how I was doing it, and the best way that I've seen people, the easiest way for me, and also impactful for my brand. So find which way your expression. So other people don't even like to show up. For those, they can even do like artwork that they've done and then just create light language over it, and there'll be these small video transmissions like I do. I get very tired if I speak too much. So I know that long lives and all these card pools and stuff, and God knows who comes in, so that could exhaust me. But then I do like 1 minute videos where I do crystal Reiki or shamanic Reiki, like snippets, and that's good for me. So find the medium, the way that you create easily, and it's easy for the way that you learn and create as well. Okay, so this went over. Simplify. I'm just going to check the chat for a bit. Oh, nothing going on. Okay. Simplify to amplify is something the project managers do, and especially consultants that come into a business to see what's going wrong with the processes of a business. It's you make a list of everything you do. You do 3 columns. You get pen and paper and do 3 columns. You make a list of everything you do every day. Doesn't matter if you're doing it every day. It's a task that you're doing every day, and it pertains to your business. Even scrolling aimlessly through Facebook, if you're doing it, put it down. A task you do every day, every week, and every month that is pertaining to your business. Leave that aside, come back next day. Then you go through the list. What out of all these things can be completely deleted, not done away? It really is not driving me to any income or to any connection, new connections that are opening up my circle. What can be deleted? What can be automated? Meaning, are you, like sometimes I'm still doing booking through the DM. Can you lead people to a link where all that booking information is already set up? If it's not done, then definitely find out ways to automate it. There's so many apps and websites that help you with automating things right now. So, or if you have people that can help you, what can you delegate? Because you are CEO and you get to a point where you will have a team. So what out of these things can be delegated? That's just a sweep of what's going on with how you work with your content creation. What are your best creation days? Monday mornings? Is it Friday? Sunday afternoons? Choose one day out of your week that you're going to do, a block of 2 to 3 hours that you're going to create your post, your website, whatever it is that you're going to be creating. And then I also follow my cycle. And if you're not menstruating, you can also use the cycle of the moon. The best time to create is during follicular stage and ovulation time. That's the best time to go wild and creative. And when the moon is waxing and new moon time, that's the best time for you to create as well, if you're following the moon. And what are your best scheduling days? Meaning the days that you actually do stuff and you feel like a CEO and go ahead. Is it, Wednesdays? Is it Monday mornings? And that's the day of the week. So have one day that you create that's separate from the day that you schedule, do admin stuff, execute, do the sales, all that other stuff, the reaching out to people. And you can also get into the flow of creation. I had a friend who used to do all her month's content at the beginning of the month. And then she would schedule it, and she would spend like 2 to 3 days just getting, like creating all the content. And she would definitely do very basic stuff, like the same design over and over, and just, create the entire month, 1 to 2 days of doing that. And then she wouldn't have to worry about it. But for that, you need to plan out what you're launching, and you need to write about what you're launching, because that's what you want. Getting people in that funnel into what you're selling. Or do you just want to do fresh content each day? I do a mix of both. So it's just the best way it is for me. Hey, kitty, buddy. I want you to follow your flow. Like, take pointers here and there from me or other people who talk about this, but it's your flow and the way that you create that determines how you're going to structure your schedule, your creation time. But there's definitely a CEO time, which is your admin time. There's creation time, and then there's your goddess time. You definitely have to schedule those in. Not just nilly-willy and do, giving some structure. What it does is it creates a safe, protected space for us, and a flow and structures for our business, for our real feminine that's glowing as light workers or healers that we are. Giving a structure for that, giving, our inner man, taking care of our inner goddess woman. This is what all these things do, all these structures do. These are tips that I left over from my how to make it as a healer online, but I just felt like I should keep them there. These are tips, create content. I'm just going to go through them really fast. Feeling fading. Create the content from the heart. It's a show and tell, meaning that what you're doing as a healer and the things that you're doing as a healer, you want to share them. It's a show and tell. If you're doing a grid to protect yourself and it's under your bed, go ahead and show them what you're doing. You want to share. In sharing of your daily life of who you are and what you're doing, it's seeding as well that trust for selling what you want to sell as well. Stop sharing people's content. And all those means, keep it to one group. But your profile, you want to impact, you want to start looking the same. You want to be like, I am this. And if you love this, I am this, I am this, I am this. Other people's content is like having no boundaries like I used to be before, and just giving everybody else important before you. Yes, of course, once in a while I insert some things, but I used to be the biggest sharer of like the coolest posts, but keep it. You really want to stand out, stop that. Or just create a content, like a group for shit posting and all these other stuff. Keep it away from your brand. You want to very seamless. You want to get everything down that feels aligned, seamless, simple, that makes things simple, and that is you. That's what you're doing, And I know for us is because we get so much information and inspiration, for us, that is like, it's a landing that's happening. But the first thing that you need to stop doing is sharing other people's content and start creating your own. They'll love you for it. Pick 3 content pillars that you center around. Batch it for all the month, like I said before, or fresh off the oven every single day that you show up. That can get, like I said, I do a mix of both, because I can't be showing up heart pouring every single day. It's just not possible as a single mother. You just went through a major life transformation. It's time to lead by example. You are showing people exactly what you're doing. And this is called seeding, which is what we're talking about here. Seeding is key in marketing, which is basically, you're planting seeds. This is basically showing them your life and the experience that you're going through. And it's like walking out, you just had like saying, I just facilitated the most awesome Reiki session. That is what is called a ladder post, where people will start commenting as well. But seeding is telling them about your life, about your business, about how you're feeling about your business. And it's just it feels like run-of-the-mill comments, but they are specifically seeded to know what I do. And this can be, you can show it with Facebook stories, with Reels, with TikTok, anything really quick, right? Like shots of your healer tools, your no, maybe I don't like showing my altar so much, but your healing tools and what you do with them, your healing space and why you put that there, maybe a grid that you put a crystal grid that you put something, or like a goddess that means something to you as well, a list of what's going on in the moment with any cool, any cool music behind you, like a picture, a very basic seeding post is a picture of you. This is 3 things like in the text that's going down, and some really cool music, but that will, it's like telling people, it's like, I'm here, I'm doing my thing, look how cool how cool I am. And it's just showing them a peek into your life. And that's very easy to do. Invite them into your free master classes. What I did setting all this up is so that I had you guys in here and able to really tell you of the bigger offer, which is my 9-month. So you're always that's something that we're going to talk about tomorrow, or offer suites and how your freebies and the funnel happens for people to buy deeper and deeper more from you, right? But inviting them, just which I haven't done this time, just go on live. But so many things are happening to me that I really have felt, just keep it written, because all the changes going on with my life, I don't want the energy to mix with this, because this is like the most stable thing that I have right now, all this information. So I haven't done the get on live and do some, I usually, before launching, I would do a singing or something that I would go on live and really be like a soul call to these people into my freebie, and then also into my paid programs. I haven't done that with this. Maybe I will. It's already happening. I will do it with Birth Your Soul Biz though. So it can be a dance. It could be something that you do, and it could be, keep it short, and people love it because it's just how the internet is as well. Yeah, be constant about your offers. We're going to be talking about, offer suites that make sense. Actually being social on social media. This happened to me because I was just showing stuff, but I wasn't talking to people. I wasn't being social or even answering their comments when they would comment on something. And don't go there. Don't be so overworked, because the one thing that they want from us is to be seen, right? So actually be social on social media. And when you're not, and you're just scrolling about, just turn it off. Really, really, really. I mean, I know it's really hard, but when you see yourself and you're just scrolling, there's nothing there for you, turn it off. It's not the moment. It's wasted energy. You want to go into social media to give, to offer, and to say, these are the amazing sacred offerings that I have, right? And you want to hold your energy as well. That is protecting your energy as well. Casual, friendly, no strings attached. High intention, low expectation. Meaning the high intention is to give information and to fire you up into creating things for your brand, right? But the low expectation is like, whoever lands in my soul biz is great. Like, this is, at some point, your creations, you need to let those expectations go. I mean, I would like 6 people to go in there, and it would go great with my finances, but I also let it go because I already birthed that container, and whoever is called to it will get there. So high intention, low expectation. When you talk about your offers and inviting people into, you're not selling, you're inviting people into sacred creations. And I want you to get that deeper, because if there's any issues with selling, showing up, offering, there's worth, money story, all sorts of shit that come up when you're creating those. Look for somebody, ask for other healers to do a combo or a collaboration or just like an exchange of sessions to help with that as well. And there's plenty of healers here and in the group that you can definitely just put a post up saying, hey, is anybody open to collaboration or open up to exchanging sessions about money story, or we'll work on sacral, whatever it is that you want to work on together. But yeah, a lot of that personal stuff is coming up. Casual and sacred would be the way to talk about sales. And when you're talking about the pricing, watch how you feel about the pricing. Because there's a whole lot of energy game going on with the pricing, but we're going to be talking about that tomorrow as well. Commenting back on each comment. That can get crazy, and I know it gets crazy for me especially when I do workshops, but definitely get back to them at some point, just so every single person feels heard. And I don't just give the like, I give the love. It's just something that it's like, I thought it was like, everybody loves that love. It's like, oh, the like, no, give me the love. So, if I don't give you the love, then it means I didn't like the comment or anything, or I don't say anything, because there's haters too that come up. Allowing yourself to be seen, and this is something that we are working for and that you're actually working on now the minute you said yes to this workshop. And if you're having problems being seen, or how you let yourself be seen, because I know some amazing women who are leaders and they don't allow themselves to even be seen, but they have very powerful vocals, very powerful, some others too are very powerful visuals because they're artists and they rarely show up. So there's all different ways of showing up. There's written, there's visual, all the senses are, except I guess online, I would say smell is the one that's not there, but you can definitely work with smell by working with the mind and different sounds. You would sound, visuals, words, all those things are big on the internet as well. Allowing yourself your downtime. If it's one thing that I am now getting to a point, and one of the reasons why I'm going back home is that here you just work. And the goddess part, sometimes the trying to make it to the 10K because God damn it, I will not be hungry again, and all those revenge things, and you're tired, they can take your downtime out just by even worrying about it. So make sure that you schedule, like this is like, now you are a diva, you are that needs to have that downtime, or else you're a conduit, you are the light worker, you're showing the new way. And the new way is not what we did before, where it's like working to the point of oblivion, to the point of soul crush, to the point of having all of our power taken away by a job. It's not what we're standing in for, or what, so schedule your downtime, please. Okay. So that's another day that you're going to choose for downtime. Like I do not work on Saturdays at all. And if I see myself picking up anything, it's like, drop it, nothing. I get off social media on Saturdays and Sundays as well now. But that was my first day that I knew that. Oh, okay. So this is my freebie, my payee. I do want to tell you about this. It's going to be launching in September. And it's 9 months with me. You get every other week, we're gonna get together for live classes. I still don't know whether it's gonna be Wednesday afternoon or Thursday afternoon. I think it's Thursdays, but I'm not sure. I will let you know. But even then, all the replays are gonna be available in the group. It's a private Facebook group, and in the class portal with a whole bunch of more information. Every single one of my programs, I always do a class with information, and then I always have some kind of activation or something to help us out, because that's just how I roll. So we're going to be and then you also get a one for the 9 months that we're working on the class. where you get a monthly Soulbiz coaching session with me, like 2 hours where we sit down. Well, I think these are going to be an hour, but we'll work on your brand and your offers and your content structure, which is what this whole thing is about. The first 3 months, we're going to be really deeply aligning to our brand. We're going to be doing a lot of alignment and downloading and meeting with our Soulbiz as entity as well. The first 3 months are brand building. The 3 months are content structure, content building as well. And the last 3 months are going to be offer suite building full on. You're going to get a whole bunch, all the information that I have and more, because I always do more research whenever I run a program. So I've run this program before one-on-one with like 5 different healers, and each one of them just grew in their online presence unprecedentedly, and they made a name for themselves. And after working with them the past 6 years, it just kind of came in. I was done with advertising and I just wanted to be a full-time healer. But then things come around, and it's 26 years of all that experience, and why not weave that in? And then so healers would come to me and say, I need you to help me with my brand. And it's just how it started. But now it's going to be a group container and one-on-ones. And then you also get written QA Monday through Friday for the length that you're paying, because I have payment plans. It's $6,000. But if you get the early bird before between July 31st, it's like $5,234. Plus you get a full chakra balance session with me as well. And you can either do pay in full or payment plan that you just sign up before then. And then there's other payment plans that go down from, and they extend the months that you'll be working with me, but every single month, and they extend those $6,000. And I have from the 9 months to 12 months, 18 months, 16 months as well. And so it goes down the monthly payment as well. And which is something that I've done when I've done other programs, is like keep paying and there's nothing and it's done. I don't like feeling that way. So as long as you're paying me, you will get a session with me that month, no matter how long we extend it. Because I always feel it was weird for me to just like, okay, it's done. And then I'm paying you for the next year and a half. And I don't even connect with you. And I just felt weird. So you will for however the time that you are paying, however time over the limit over the course, of course you have 1 month with me to continue to support you in your brand building and your offers and your content. Okay, so if you feel that you really want to continue this journey, I would definitely I lovingly and sacredly invite you to come on board into this container. It's already feeling like it's on fire. So I would love to have you here, or invite other people as well. And this is for you if you're like ready to stand out online, if you're ready to let yourself be seen for who you are, if you're ready to level your relationship with your business, like how do the pros do it? That's the past 6 years. That's what I've been looking at, not just the advertising industry, but how do the big ballers in this industry, in this alternative online healing industry, are making it. And I can share a lot of information with you about how they are doing it. Of course, they have tons of teams, and a lot of them are not aligned as well. And so I want you to do it your way, an organic way, and that your embodiment feels good. This is for you. This program, Birth Your Soul, this is for you if you're scattered and you have no idea what to do with your business. You have all your healer certifications, and then this whole thing about looking good online and getting people to buy is a complete mystery to you. Then this is like the perfect container for you to go into. And I tried to make this container 3 months. It just wasn't happening. All the healers that I worked with one-on-one ended up working like 6, even longer. So it did take that long because they were really going deeper and we were clearing things as they would come up as well. Yeah, so, and if you're ready to revamp your brand from the ground up, if you're already established as well, this is like the perfect place to get like both the information from the pros in the advertising and magazine publishing industry, and also get like a master healer who is there for you to clear stuff. You're gonna be a completely different person by the end of the 9 months. So yeah. So if you feel this, let me know and we'll work it out. I really want to, I mean, I have some payment plans that I figured out, but I want to work this out. If you really feel that you want me as your brand goddess, cheerleader and guidance and like master healer, clearer and helper, then definitely let me know. I'm going to be posting the sign up link in the group as well. So take some water because we are going to do a sacral chakra crystal Reiki activation. And let me check the chat just in case people have questions. Beautiful, Claire. They guide. Such a blessing. I feel it served me, yes, and I did start to have some interest in metric tons of months. Okay. Awesome. That's amazing, Claire. The Fae guide. Oh, I'm like feeling that forest fairy inner child thing for you and the revamp. I am. But like, no, you need to find the edge. Like, it's fairy and airy, but it's another dimension of fairy and airy that's only going to come from you, the aesthetic. Oh, I felt that. Yes. Ooh. Well, I can't wait to see what comes out because I know this workshop is going to get you all guys fired up and creations are happening. All right, let me get my ruby hexagon. Here's her. Ooh, I forget. Let me put this guy closer to me just so you can see. Just take 3 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm going to ask that everybody mute. Double check this because where is everybody? Oh, you're there. I see Claire. I see Shannon. Well, okay. I'm just going to ask that people mute their microphone, please. Thank you very much. Asking for any fear, obligation, or guilt to leave the space now. This space is now claimed for the light, and it is so. Asking for our ancestors, the deities that walk with us, our power animals, our power crystals, our power plants to be here now. Asking for the sacred directions to show up and create a circle of light around us. Asking for Mother Earth to vibrate with us, asking for Father Sky to connect with us, the guardians of this universe, and our own hearts to be here now. Creating a circle of light for our highest good, our collective highest good. We ask that the mineral kingdom help us connect to a vibrant sacral chakra, a clear sacral chakra. We ask that our collective sacral chakra be clear of any fear, obligation, or guilt, as well as any stories and perceptions that no longer serve us as the beacons of light that we decided to be. We ask that We ask that our ancestors be behind our backs as we receive new ways of being, new ways of understanding, new ways of feeling, new ways of creation. We're calling in the power of the ruby hexagon, which is the vibration, the mother's, great mother's vibration of the great mother, the rich mother, the rich woman, the lady of the manor, the protected lady of the manor. These are organically formed hexagons, ruby, very dense ruby, calling in its power as well as all the other crystals that I'm about to work with as well. Malachite, red jasper, aragonite, rose quartz, and pink lace agate. Yes. Asking for our guides, our inner earth guides, which are tied to our crystals, to work with the crystals that are near us, to be present. I ask the crystal devas of the crystals that are present in your home near you right now to be open to receive this new creation vibration. And it is so. Asking for Reiki energy to come in. We are asking for the energy of the egg, which is that of creation, to come in as well in this crystal Reiki way. Our wombs. Just put your energy and your consciousness and your sacral chakra. You can even put your hands down there and hold it while I send new vibrations. And just be open to receive any tension that you feel there. Go ahead and breathe it out as I work the new vibrations. Thank you, thank you, thank you for receiving. Going to open the window for this one. Calling in my inner earth guides to work with you and activate your connection to your own inner earth guides. To activate your own inner earth, which is your skeletal system. Your body is your own inner earth. It has all the information that you need for your next step. Bringing in the energy of Mama Jaguar and Malachite, clearing our sacral chakra. Bringing in the energy of Aragonite to awaken your creativity, landing your creativity. Helping you with your new project, your brand revamp, your latest offer. Bringing in the energy of coral, red, orange coral. I'm just going to go ahead and clear more of our sacral chakra. If you find any tension in that area of your body, I want you to breathe deeply and then go send your consciousness down. Big light. Bringing in the energy of rose quartz, unconditional love, heart, higher heart energy. Calming, nurturing, loving, understanding, a lot of emotions, understanding, a lot of acceptance coming into your sacral chakra now. And it is so. Oh, oh. Bringing in the energy of the red jasper to ground all this energy work. Sacral chakra. asking for any of our deities that walk with us, any of our ancestors, any ascended master, any rock, plant, or crystal spirit, or plant animal spirit that wants to speak to us and give us a message to come in here now. We're open to receive new information now. I want you to thank them for the information that they've just given you. Take another deep, 3 deep breaths. Hmm. 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 I want to thank all the deities, all the entities, and all our allies that will hear everything that has awakened in us, everything that we have just let go in this Crystal Reiki session. This Crystal Reiki session for your clearing for your sacral chakra is now complete. The active part of it is complete. It'll be working with you within the next 24 hours. So drink a lot of water and journal because there's a lot of information. Yes, baby Claire, good one. Maybe pop erase parts in there or something, anything if you feel like it. Thank you. Come back into your body. Thank you, sacred directions. Thank you, Mother Earth, Father Sky. Thank you, guardians of this universe, for keeping it together for us. And thank you for our own hearts for being here now. Thank you for being here. I love you. Mwah. You guys are doing an amazing job. Keep, your call calls you. You're going to keep getting better and better. You're already getting better and better. So, mwah. And if
Brenda, can I ask a question?
Yes, sure. Come on.
Can you put a call out for my borneite? It's gone missing in the house somewhere.
For your
My
what?
borneite crystal.
Okay.
I'm missing a crystal. It's got lost.
They
I'm
do
calling
that.
it.
They do that. They come in and out of dimensions a lot. And when they do that, they're actually getting something for you.
Okay, cool.
A lot of the times. I mean, I'm not saying like, but they do. They are very just kind of hide and come. And some will do more than others. Like the grounding crystals don't do it so much, but like the selenites and the moldavites and the ones from the Himalayas, those definitely do those weird dimensional stuff. So if it's gone, it's doing something for you, and don't be a miracle or something surprising is coming. Be on the lookout. And it might come from
Thank
another
you.
crystal, or just you're gonna find it in a weird spot as well. Claire, you wanted to say something? No? Okay, that's it. Okay.
Well, just blessings to all.
Yes. Mwah. Thank you. Let me check the chat. And yes, Kari, thank you, baby. All right. So we're good for day 2. Give me feedback on the group, any questions that come in, anything that comes in. I did give you exercises and lots of little stuff to do. Definitely start doing what pinged you that went like, oh yes, I definitely need to do this. Like, but don't say like, I need to, I will do it. It's gonna get taken care of to get, so big hug. I hope we're all definitely fired up. I felt some things moving in the sacral chakra, and some of you I felt like little like I saw like little gnomes of people and like beings running to you. So it's like I knew that your inner earth posse is being activated. Like I saw like 2-3 posses of little beings, like they were not even gnomes, I'm saying gnomes, but they were like running towards you the minute I said that. So I know that activations are coming. So yeah, don't. It's something that happens every time that I do my crystal work. Firings go off. Thank you for being here. And we'll be connected, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. We'll be talking about our offers. And if you're interested in the Birth Your Service, send me a message, and you can always find me out at brendasoulfire.com or email me at soulfirehere@gmail.com. Love you. Take care. Bye. Have a good day.